Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, we've got a real steel knife back on the channel. It's been a little while since we've seen something from Real Steel, but very cool. They were very generous enough to contact and ask if I'd like to take a look at it. So I'm like, sure, why not? This is the Serenity, guys, the Serenity front flipper. Now, had to have a little bit of an assist here from our good friend, the O-Father. His little knife stands needed a little bit of an assist on that one. So shout out to you, O-Father. I greatly appreciate those little 3D printed stands. They're very, very cool. But back to this guy. This is the Serenity, as I said. Now, as you can see, it is a front flipper only. You guys know I if we're gonna have a front flipper, I do prefer a secondary opening method. Not the case on this one, so we'll still check it out. One of the things I like about this knife is check out that back spacer. It's kind of rounded out. I really like the looks of that. That's a really nice touch. Overall, the fit and finish, we are letterboxing just a little bit. I mean, not too much, but as you can see, the liners do stand a little bit proud. Nothing major, not just pointing it out. Look at the clip. Oh, look at the clip. We're going to talk about the clip here a little bit more. I love when they do the clip like this. That is a great way to do a pocket clip, in my opinion, but we will definitely talk about that. It is right or left-handed, as you can see, and we do have a lanyard hole. So, I think we're making everybody, but maybe the front flipper only fans, happy. So, but overall fit and finish is done very well. We've got G10 there on the handle, and it is very good. As you can see, you got a little bit of texture going on. Got a bit of contouring, so that's nice. It's not super flat. We got contour, so we're kind of touching a few of the bases here on this one. So very cool. Now this is, and I don't want to mispronounce his name, but this is it's a collaboration between Real Steel and Yvon Briganet. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. But yes, this is a collab with Real Steel, and I like the overall just look of it. Like I said, I wished we had a secondary deployment method, but other than that, I do like the look, the design of the handle. Now, it is front flipper only. It does flip fairly well. Yeah, not really an issue with the blade and the flipper. There will be a couple of things we talk about, but it does flip fairly easy. I much prefer a thumb stud or something, but hey, those front flipper fans out there, I know you're there. There you go. It does go fairly easy. Now, you've got this, they're calling it a drop point, but you do have a little bit of a ramp back here for your thumb, so it does kind of give a little bit of a harpoon look to it. But overall, they're calling it a drop point. That's what we'll call it. You do have a nice landing pad for your thumb, though, and that ramp makes your grip really nice. Now you're looking at an N690 blade on here. Nice satin finish going on. There, of course, is Yvon's maker's mark right there. And there you go, N690. Choil is okay. No real smiles on the grinds. Grinds are pretty darn good. It came pretty decently sharp, which is very nice. It's always a good thing when your knives come sharp. But overall, just take a quick peek at it. It does have a pretty good look to it. I like the overall look of this knife, for sure. But, alright, spec check. What do we got? It's a decent size. It's easier if I do like this, because that darn pocket clip pokes it out of there. So, I mean, you're just shy of 8 inches. Just shy of 8 inches. 7.9-ish is what we'll call it. So you're looking at basically almost a 4.5-inch handle, and then 3 1/4, 3 1/8 on the blade. So, and then cutting edge, you're pretty much looking at a full cutting edge. Now, grip length, you don't have a flipper tablet there, so you can really get a very, very good grip on it. I mean, 4¼ where my hand just naturally lands on this knife. I have plenty of room left over. I'm not all the way up there. I could do kind of fall. My index finger falls in the swale of that handle. So do have a decent bit of room left over for sure. Do our size comparisons. Obviously, the bug out is going to be a shorter knife. And then, of course, the PM2. Oh, get it out there. There it is. So there's a PM2. It's going to be slightly larger. So we've pretty much got a Serenity sandwich going on there between our two size comparisons. And a weight. What are we starting out at? All right, pounds. Good. 3.9 or 111 grams, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice for its size. Of course, we're going to check our carry. It goes in pretty well. Now, it is a super deep carry clip. Now, this is one of the things that I wanted to point out. This is the first time I've really had an issue with a clip like this. When you want to pull it out of your pocket, I just kind of reach like so. And I'm actually, you've got to be really light pulling it out of the pocket, because if you put, much pressure on it, you've got to kind of grab high. You can't grab low, because if you grab low on that clip, you're just squeezing it in there. That's all you're doing. So you got to grab high on the clip to pull it out. So definitely wanted to point that out. And with a deep carry clip like that, that could be an issue. I mean, you can always come from the bottom, but that's not that comfortable either, just because of how, let me show you. It's pretty decent in the pocket, but look at how that clip turns up. So when you're trying to pull it out, so when with this deep carry clip, you've got to grab it high. If you grab it low, you're just squeezing it and you're not doing yourself any good. So overall, what do I think of this? Well, we've already talked about the front flipper only. It's not bad though. It front flips pretty darn well. I don't have any issue with it. I'm not the most. Does that mean you will or won't? Well, I don't know. I'm not the most coordinated guy in the world. So, and I can do it fairly easily. The issue with the clip, like I said, grab high, pull it out. The one kind of big issue for me is access to the lock bar. If you'll see that is a really shallow, really small cutout. I've been actuating it fairly well, but I've also been handling the knife quite a bit. I would like to see a lot better access to the lock bar. I really would. Your lock bar is chamfered too, so you can kind of get in there. Pardon me. But I've really got to think about it when I do it. Because you've got limited space to get in there. I wished it was a little better. The access to that lock bar is not great. I mean, I just got to, other than, I'm pretty much liking everything else on the knife, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, front flipper only, not my favorite, but it operates just fine. No issue there. Got to grab high on the clip. Just getting used to it. Can you get used to that? Yeah, you can. But I'm not sure why it's so shallow and so small. It looks to me, I mean, you have plenty of room. God, I just wish that access was a little bit bigger. Yeah, I like the overall design of the knife. Now, ergonomics, the one thing I did talk about, I'm really lucky because that point hits me exactly where I need it to be comfortable. If I was a little bit more, if I had a little bit larger hand, and that spot, I can definitely see where somebody would say that's not good for them. Because I am really lucky with my hand size as to where you can see it hits me right in that crease. And can I feel it? Definitely. I know that it's there, it's not jabbing me or anything. I'm really lucking out with where that pocket clip hits me on in my hands. So as far as the grip goes, it's okay. It's all right, you know. But my big complaint really with this one would be that access to the front or to the liner lock. It just seems like it could be a little bit better done. So, just my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Always love to hear it. I do appreciate Real Steel sending this one out to check out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, $85. $85 is what they're asking for this knife. That's what you'll find out pretty much wherever you look. So, always appreciate it. Thank you again to Real Steel for sending it out. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me today. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.